Hello. Hello, 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 and welcome to Zen Maintenance, the podcast. So, I'm going to be really off the cuff right now. It is February 22nd, 2026. It is 222. And this portal has just called me out and sat me down and basically inspired and compelled me to jump in and do something very special this evening and a little bit different than what we're usually doing here on the podcast. So, we know that this podcast is about maintaining your Zen. So, if you're brand new to the podcast, yay, welcome, welcome, welcome. And you found yourself in the right place at the right time. If you are looking for more peace, more health, more well being, more joy, more living, that's what we're about. That's what I'm doing here. I think that's what you're doing here. If you've been tuning in, we are at, I believe, episode 11, maybe 12. Gosh, it might be 13. Clearly, I don't know. Anyway, we're on our way, and there's so much more to come. Tonight, and I say tonight because it is nighttime when I'm recording this, I wasn't planning on recording, had a whole different plan, and also this was not what the next episode was planning to be. But I got this really strong intuitive flash that I needed to show up for you and for me in this incredibly special portal of 222 and give us an opportunity to not miss this moment together. Because this moment is all about manifestation and alignment and opening to the beauty of infinite possibilities. So even if you listen to this, which obviously you will, at a different point, different time, the energy is going to be here for you perfectly when you need it. And I'm so glad that you found it. Let the fact that you showed up to hear this particular episode be an indicator that you are following your deepest wisdom, guidance, and intuition, and that you can trust the choices that you're making. I believe that. I know that from the bottom of my heart and the tippy top of my mind. So welcome if you're new. Welcome if you've been coming along. I'm so grateful that we can be here together right now. So what this is about, this is a bit of a dream fest. This is an opportunity for you to stop adulting, even if you're a teenager, because I know I have teenagers out there. We are often finding ourselves adulting. We are constantly in take care of business mode. We are get forward mode. We are produce, climb the ladder, get the prize, forge the way, right? Just forward, forward, forward energy. And it's beautiful because manifesting is all about that. It's important. It's necessary. We have to have goals. We have to focus. And we have to toe the line. We have to put in the time and the elbow grease and all of those expressions. But do we have enough time to really dream, to just take off whatever limitations, whatever fears of our dreams not coming true might be there, whatever stops us from being fully honest with ourselves and what it is that we want and desire in this one precious life? Now, arguably, and perhaps in another episode, we could discuss reincarnation and multiple lives. But let's say for the purpose of right now, you have this body, this is true, this personality, this everything, only once, this way. Makes you infinitely unique and special. And to really live in the understanding and knowledge of that is to start to allow ourselves more space and freedom to explore, to get excited, and to dream big. And that's what we're going to do tonight. So something that we always do in this podcast is meditation, mindful moments. And tonight will be no exception. But first, I want to just dig a little deeper into what I mean about dreaming big. So, when you were 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, did you want to be something? Do you remember having fantasies, visions, hopes, dreams about what you might want to be? Did you want to be a major league baseball player or a ballerina or president? Did you want to be a writer, an actor? Did you want to be a cowboy? Did you want to be married to the person of your dreams with a vibrant, thriving family, living in a beautiful home, going on wonderful vacations? Did you want to be a fireman, a doctor, an astronaut? So, when we had those moments as children, we didn't worry so much about how or what's the path or what's the likelihood. What are the statistics that I will become president or an astronaut or a major league baseball player? What are the statistics that I'll find the perfect person for me and have the most beautiful, healthy, wonderful family? We were not interested in that. We were open and giddy, probably, and excited about the possibilities. And the dreams didn't have, you know, boundaries. There was no glass ceiling. Or if it was, we were breaking it just by conjuring up our heart's biggest desire. And then somewhere along the way, we get out in the world and we start to notice that, oh, sometimes the dreams don't come true. Life has a funny way, or a painful way, or an intense way of inserting itself and changing our route, changing our direction. Sometimes it's something big that comes along, or just a series of little decisions that we're making based on the circumstances we're in or what we believe to be possible. Maybe people come along and they tell you, being a ballerina, probably not going to happen. Maybe you should think more about being something that's a little more grounded, a little more likely to come true, where there's a steadier path. And maybe you listened to that and believed it and shifted your gears. Now, that's not to say that your path, or to use a yogic word, your dharma, was not unfolding properly by giving up on that dream, because it's quite possible that your detour was exactly the right path to be on. But what I'm talking about is giving ourselves the freedom to be fully honest with what your deepest wishes for yourself and your one precious life are. And this is whether you're 92, 12, 7, 45, 62. If you found yourself here right now, I firmly believe that your heart and soul lined you up to sit in alignment in this magical numerological portal at the beginning of the Lunar New Year of the Fire Horse, which is about fast manifestation, as long as we are sitting inside of ourselves in proper alignment with calm nervous systems, clear minds, and open hearts. So, what would you dream of right now? You. You're the reason I'm here tonight, because I had other plans. But somebody out there, or maybe a bunch of you, conjured this up. And I followed that impulse, that intuition, and I sat down here to be with you for this. So I'm really asking, no matter what you're doing right now, no matter where you are, what time of day it is, you're tuning in. What do you want to see in this year? If nobody else was paying any attention and it's between you and you are fully honest, what would your best year include? Would it be infinite health, buoyant energy would you finish or start this project that's been brewing and brewing and brewing? Would you be bold enough to speak to the people that you want to be your friends, or find the romance that you long for? Would you take a big trip? Would you plan a little trip? Would you move? Take all the reasons why that maybe wouldn't happen this year, or you don't know how to make it happen, or it's just too much. You're too exhausted to make dinner, let alone dive into something as big as that might be. But if you took all that away, if you were 7-year-old you and you were asking Santa Claus for whatever, wouldn't you just ask? Wouldn't you just dream and get excited by it and imagine it and feel it? Feel your toes dancing. Feel yourself hitting the ball with that bat and hearing the crack and the roar of the crowd. Or maybe your wish is peace. Maybe you're tired of all of the upset in the world and keeping up with everything, and you just want to be calm. But it feels like, to be calm, to be peaceful. Well, that sounds like a wonderful pipe dream of an idea. There are too many reasons not to get to have that on a regular basis. But not tonight, or whenever you find this podcast. Not now. Now, we dream. So get comfortable if you're able and close your eyes. And if you're in motion, if you're busy, if you're fitting this podcast in when you can, again, I always say congratulations. You're doing great work in this world. You're taking care of yourself. That's the most important thing we can do, and everything else comes from that. So good. Doesn't have to be perfect. You just follow along as you can. If you are able to sit or lie down and close your eyes, please do so now. Take a big breath with me and let it go and let your shoulders drop. Release the pressures. Release the responsibilities of being so good at what you do. Whether you're a student, a parent, a child, an employee, an employer, a friend, a neighbor. Maybe you have 14 cats, lots of mouths to feed. All the things that you take care of, all the things that you are concerned with, they make up this precious life of yours. But right now, it's just you. It's just your breath. It's just your body. It's just your mind. It's just your heart. And we are standing together in a field of infinite possibility. It goes on forever and ever. And inside of this field of possibility, there is not anything you could dream of that couldn't be yours. What are you dreaming of? Let yourself run wild, like a wild horse running in an endless field with the fire of passion inside. And if you feel that it's scary to do this because maybe it won't come true. It's better not to dream at all. I don't want to be let down. What if I get my expectations up and then they're dashed or they crash? That's not you right now. This is pure, open imagination. And as you start to consider this unbridled enthusiasm for living, and you might feel like you're tiptoeing into this field. You might feel like you're not fully ready to run, but you could just step in and think of something that would make you light up if it came true this year. If it feels like this isn't long enough 1 year, you're just taking a few steps toward it. Maybe it's a 5-year dream. Maybe it's a 10-year dream. Maybe it's a 1-week dream. But you, calmly breathing, standing in this field, you are going to give yourself the gift of full expression, full dreaming, a rich vision of your most beautiful, vibrant, thriving life. So I want you to drop into your body even more. Feel your breath, that life force, that prana, moving through every cell in your body. Get out your paintbrush in your mind and paint yourself into the picture that you want to see. Notice your breathing. Notice your mind. Is it busy painting a picture? Is it coming up with ideas, or is it just that empty field? Maybe you're enjoying this space and just being in the peace of that. And you'll fill in your picture later. But we are here in the energy of 222. We've had an eclipse. We've had the Lunar New Year begin. We have a doorway opening into you. And you're meeting yourself and you're greeting yourself. And you're welcoming yourself into this moment and into this year with love and joy. And dreams. So begin to take some slower, deeper breaths. Let one out of your mouth. When you feel like you can, begin to open your eyes. Okay. So, my question for you now is that if you're able, you're going to get out some paper and start writing. Write what your heart shared with you. Write what you feel, what you thought, where your dreams started to go, what they whispered in your ear. Don't let anything take it away. You can figure out the how later. You can figure out what the path is. You can see which of these are for you this year. And you can use my energy, which is brimming over with love, appreciation, and belief in you. And you can use the energy that you are conjuring through your dedication and your intention and attention to something like this podcast, where we really get to explore life together to make it just that much better, right? In 20 to 40 minutes, we make it that much better together. So I'm really glad that I showed up today. And I'm really glad that you did too. And I can't wait to feel what it is that you're brewing for this year. And on that note, actually, one of my dreams is to reach as many people as I can with this podcast, to help them, to share with them, to connect like we're connecting right now energetically as you listen and I listen and we spend this time together. So please share the podcast. Maybe somebody really needs this message right now. And maybe it's not somebody that's already tuning in, but you could share it and then you would be helping somebody along their way. So follow it, subscribe, like. So I hope you have a beautiful week ahead. And I can't wait to be together again. Bye for now.